Welcome back to One Brain Ops for the final battle of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. It's time to face Ashura. Let's do it.
Laron, I will not countenance this plan.
Hear me, Goddess Ashura. Yune's imprisonment within the medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect the other.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect in order to protect this world. It is as I have said. Yune must be destroyed.
Ashura, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not do this. Your world still needs you.
Laron, you have ever been a wise and kind-hearted child. In deference to you, I will place my faith in your kind one last time. For the next 1,000 years, I shall sleep as well. When I wake again, I hope it is to a world of peace and order, where all prosper as equals. If I do, then I will know that you have advised me well. I will reward your counsel. I will also allow Yune to return to me. I will once again be the goddess of creation, whole and complete. Ashura, the dawn goddess, the name your ancestors gave me so long ago. I should like to hear it again. However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the medallion, I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure as I will reward your success. And then you will know my judgment. You will pay for your sins, each of you to the last.
In the names of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So pledge Altina of the Bjork, Tegensia of the Dragon Tribes, Soen of the Beast Tribes, and I, Laron, of the Bird Tribes.
If you believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world that has outgrown the atrocities of war, or if you feel the world has fallen beyond hope of redemption, you may sing the Galder of release and awaken us both. Your heirs will possess that ability as well. Sing to awaken us and tell us your tale. Tell us of the world your two kinds have built in our absence. We will listen, and we will judge fairly and impartially. This is our covenant with you.
So, one thing I just want to point out about that memory there, there was actually a subtle hint in there for something that is going to get revealed shortly here, but, well, not shortly, but after the battle. Anyway, or maybe during the battle, now that I think about it. Anyway, the hint that there was, she said to Laron, you can sing the Galder of Release to awaken us, or awake us both, and your heirs will possess this ability as well. That's a hint about something. Anyway, it's her. Right, so the point here is that Ashra and Yune did not know about the branded until, well, until they woke up, and, we saw that whole base conversation with Stefan right before Endgame, where he talks a lot about the history of the branded, but this is why none of the branded got turned to stone. There aren't that many that we know of, but this answers the question about why Amy wasn't turned to stone, Khalil and Largo's adopted daughter, because she's branded, so Ashra didn't know she existed, and so she didn't turn her to stone. She only turned the Bjork and Leguse to stone. To Lestone. LeSimon. That's a reference for Carl. Anyway. Yeah, this is also a bit of a gameplay hint here. In the upcoming battle, Ashra will not be able to counterattack if you have Micaiah fight her, because she can't overthrow Yune. And she also won't directly attack Micaiah with any of her single target AoEs. I'll talk about that more when we get into the battle. I wonder if Thor Ragnarok drew inspiration from this scene. I like that line. Make your peace with whatever the gods worship. Okay, so here we are. So one thing I need to talk about first. So if we go into outfitting, there are no info conversations. Now, if you have a transfer file and you've met all the conditions for it and you have Ike and Soren here, this is where you will get an Ike and Soren based conversation that you can only get if you have a transferred A support with Ike and Soren and you meet all the requirements for Ike's memory scene. Real quick here, I just decided I was going to recap kind of the requirements. Again, I don't remember which are which. There's some requirements that are for Ike's memory scene, others for unlocking some Soren epilogue stuff, which we will still see. But those requirements that we did throughout the game, you have to deploy the Black Knight in part 1 Endgame. Then you have to have Ike fight the Black Knight in that battle where you're recrossing the river. And those are both for Ike's memory scene, I know for sure. And that might be all you have to do for Ike's memory scene, in addition to being on the second playthrough. For the Soren stuff, you have to have Soren fight Micaiah in that same chapter where you're recrossing the river. You have to then you have to spare Peleus, which you can only do on the second playthrough. Then you have to have Soren fight Peleus in Part 3 Endgame. And then if you do all that, you unlock the Soren epilogue stuff, and then if you have a transferred A support file between Ike and Soren where they reach an A support in Path of Radiance, and you get them to an A support in Radiant Dawn, and you bring Soren all the way to Endgame, to this point, you will get a base conversation between Ike and Soren here, which is absolutely heartbreaking. I haven't looked for it yet, but I'm going to try to find it on YouTube. I know I've found it before, so it should be out there, and I'll put a link in the description. Please, if you're curious about Soren's backstory, which, like I said, is heartbreaking, go watch that conversation, pause this, go watch that, come back. Okay, welcome back. So, anyway, the other base stuff we need to do real quick here. Oh yay, Tavarn and Soniki can go up to a B. Cool. It's not going to help much in this final battle, but we might as well. Oh, and look, Peleus and Ileana can hit an A. Okay. So, skills, I don't think there's anything that I want to swap around, really. No, I don't think so. There's not much use for most skills at this point because you won't be able to actually get any of your mastery skills and stuff like that on Ashura. XP, we might as well assign our last little bit here. We'll go ahead and level cap Marcia. Okay. Who else can even take it? Nolan doesn't need it. Zhark doesn't need it. Peli, yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and give Tavarn a level. Okay, might as well level cap Ike. Got him a point of resistance there, helps a little bit in this battle. Yeah. And then I don't have a lot left, I don't think. Actually, I could give, like, 6 levels to Raphael. Okay, I'm going to do that just to try to get his defense and resistance to go up a little bit. We're going to just give the remaining XP to Raphael. Nobody else needs it, so... we're going to just do that. If he can gain some defense and resistance, that'd be good, because he's got to be able to survive some AoE attacks. Okay, resistance is good. Okay. Oh, and I just remembered one thing I do want to do with skills, which I will do in a minute. And HP obviously is also helpful here for Raphael. Like I said, it's just so that he can survive AoE attacks, so having extra hit points is obviously good. Okay, he didn't gain defense at all from any of that, but that's okay. He gained a little bit of resistance and a bunch of HP, so good. And I don't think I have enough to like level Sonicy, right? Oh yeah, she's at 1 XP. Hey, we can level Kurth, why not? Okay, and I might as well just give Micaiah this little bit. I mean, this is the last battle, so might as well use it up. Alright, yeah, the one thing I was going to do with skills. So, Ileana I gave Provoke to. We didn't really get to make use of it in that last chapter because, well, I guess we just killed enough of the spirits that were going to go for her that they didn't get provoked into her. But I'm going to go ahead and take it off of her now. And we're going to give it to Peleus instead, so I'll just remove counter. Okay, and the reason for switching it over to Peleus is that Peleus has an S in stabs, and Ileana can only reach an A. So, because of that, we're going to actually give Peleus the Fortify Staff, which is an S rank. And we're going to hand Micaiah Balberith for now. And, yeah, I'm just going to equip that Fortify Staff so I don't forget to. I've got 3 uses left of it. That should be plenty. Okay. And then, you'll understand when we get into the fight here why I'm giving, Peleus the Fortify and I'm giving Micaiah Balberith here. She's not going to be keeping it. You can probably guess if you've played the game before what I'm doing. Okay. Gareth, okay, so, again, I don't know if I'm actually going to make use of it, but I never actually use Ike's Pure Water. I'm going to just hand that to Gareth. He is going to be coming with here because we need his Blood Tide. Well, we don't need it, but it's helpful. And I'm going to just hand him an Elixir as well. Again, I don't think I'll actually need to heal him because I'm going to be able to Fortify, but it's still good to have. And then Nasir, I'm just going to hand an Elixir to as well, just in case. Okay, who has my Laguz gems? So Raphael has one. I'm actually just going to trade that to Gareth. Again, it's not going to matter. We're going to end the battle before they would end up reverting anyway, but... oops, I meant to trade for the Laguz stone, not the elixir. I might not shift Raphael, though, so I might as well give the gem to Gareth. And then, yeah, Kurth has Form Shift, Ina has the other Laguz gem, so... Yeah, there are 3 Laguz gems, ultimately, in the game, because Nasir starts with one in his inventory. Okay, so then, for deployments here, and I'll come back to the item screen in a second, we have to leave 2 units behind. We're leaving south. We want Gareth. Now, normally I would drop Sonicy. I wouldn't bring her because she's not useful in this battle, but it's not going to show yet, is it? Yeah, it doesn't show yet, but she's going to have a talk conversation, so I need to bring Sonicy. The other one I would probably drop is Kurth. He also has a talk conversation. Ina's useful for Blood Tide. So... The other one I could drop is Ileana. She won't really do much, but I think what I'm going to do instead is drop Mia. Mia had that great moment of going crazy with 2 Astras and taking out the spirit in that last chapter, so that is her her final action of the game. And now, because I'm not bringing Mia, I'm going to go ahead and trade Alondite over to Zehark. Alondite, by the way, 18 might, same as the Tempest Blade, it just has a little bit better hit, and same might and crit, so, yeah, Zehark doesn't even need the, Storm Sword and Tempest Blade, and we never used that Worm Slayer in the Dragon chapter, but that's fine. So yeah, everybody else, we should be good here, And that should be all of the outfitting we need to do. Again, go watch that Ike Soren conversation if you didn't, because I'm going to talk about it later and assume that you've seen it. Okay, so now, the other thing is I'm going to do a little bit of math real quick here before I reposition everybody, so hang on a second. Okay, so the first thing I had to do math on is where I can place Raphael safely. So Ashura's AoEs, she does have a pattern. On the first turn, she will do an AoE physical attack that will have 60 attack minus 3 times the number of spaces between the unit and Ashura, so it dissipates with distance. The main one I'm worried about there is Raphael. His defense is only 4, so that would be 56 attack if he's standing right next to her. But if I have him at least 2 spaces away, he'd survive it, because that would then 3 times... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. 3 space. No. Sorry, I can't do math. He needs to be 4 spaces away. Because 4 times 3 is 12, and that would leave him on 2 HP. So, as long as I have Raphael 4 spaces away from her, so 1, 2, 3, I could put him, like, where Ike is, or, like, here on this space. As long as I get him there and not any closer, he'll survive without me having to shift him, which means I can chant with him on the first turn. And the Thundertails and these spirits will not still go for your herons here, so you don't have to worry about that. The next thing I have to do math on is Ashura's second turn, which she does a single target magical attack, which has 65 attack power. So the main ones that are of concern there are Raphael again, and then Gareth. So Gareth, normally your resistance would be 18 when you're shifted. So 65 minus 18. Okay. So it would do 47 times 2, because it will double as well. Her speed on those attacks is 28. She'll have more than enough to double Gareth by a lot. So yeah, 47 times 2 would be 94 HP. So I need to bring that down to... I need to bring it down so that she's doing no more than 41 per attack. If I have Gareth stand on Wardwood, that would be enough. And I think I might just have him use that Pure Water on turn 2, because he's not going to be attacking anything. That'll raise his resistance. And you can see right now he's getting a +5 resistance from standing next to Kurth. I could make use of that as well. Okay. Then Raphael, so again, she hits 65 with that attack. If he's unshifted, 65 minus 21 is going to be 44, and she will double him. Oh. I might end up having to shift Raphael after all. Yeah, I am going to have to shift Raphael after all. So I'll go ahead, I'll probably just shift him on turn 1. And then that way I don't have to worry too much about where I place him. So since I'm going to be using his action to shift and using an item, we'll just position him at the back. Okay, so then the main thing is I want to figure out where I'm positioning my dragons. So I want to position Ina and Gareth on these 2 spaces here on the first turn, and then Nasir here. So what's your movement? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can put you all the way at the back. Ina's probably also 5, right? Where are you, Ina? There you are. Yeah. So put her here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll shift them. And then Nasir, your movement I assume is 5, yep. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put you where Z-Hark is. Okay. Okay, and then this way we can have somebody hit a super hard attack in the middle, and I think Nolan was probably able to one-round this aura, and I'll explain that in a little bit here, but we'll do that, and then we can make use of the other squares around them to try to take out the other auras. Okay, so other repositioning, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's actually put Nasir here. Okay. Because I want to put Zehark there. Let's have Rolf. Yeah, that's fine. And then the other thing is that certain characters I need to have on the left side of the map. So Soniki needs to be over there. Micaiah is going to go that way, even though she's forced to start over here. And then also Kurth is going to go that way. And eventually Ike will end up over there too, but you'll see why. Okay, this should be fine for deployment then. Let's go ahead and save. Okay. And then we will fight. So, yep. Okay, so first thing to talk about is, yes, Laron is joining us now as a playable unit, and this, of course, is only on a second playthrough if you meet all the requirements for it. He's SS in Light, Dark, and Stab, so that's cool. He still has Mantle, so he still can't be hurt by weapons not blessed by the goddess, not that that's helpful. And he comes with the Asherah Staff. He lost his super powerful Light Tome he had as an enemy. But the Asherah Staff is an SS staff that restores all HP, and it's to all units on the map. So it's basically like an even better version of Fortify. So between that and Fortify, we've got 6 uses to be able to heal all of our units. That's why I wasn't too concerned about using a couple uses of Fortify earlier. You'll also see that now... I guess it doesn't show it in here, but... oh no, here it is. I was just on the wrong screen. Yeah, so Ike, Micaiah, Soniki, and Kurth all have conversations with Laron. This is why I didn't want to leave Soniki or Kurth behind, otherwise I would have. Okay, so that'll also explain why I gave Balberith to Micaiah. I'm going to have her trade both Balberith and Rexora over to Laron so that he can fight. And I'm going to trade her the Asherah Staff, and then Peleus will have Fortify. So, that is the plan. Now, about the auras. So, we have to take them out first. They have 90 HP each, and then Asherah herself has 120. The auras have the skill, though, Aurora, which reflects half the damage they take back onto the player. So, if you don't have Nile or Parity, you'll take half the damage you deal back. So you have to be a little careful not to get your people killed, and this is why having Fortify and the Asherah Staff are so helpful. So let's start going after them. We're going to just take out this middle aura first. Okay, so I did fail that once. I actually got Kurth killed. Asherah decided to go for Kurth on her second turn, and that was enough to one-round him. I didn't think about protecting him from the attack, but okay, now that I know about that, we're going to try this again. And I'm going to leave in this part with Laron from the first run, so I'm just going to skip over the conversation now. And I'll leave in my explanation about Laron, about the auras, and then about everybody having conversations with Laron. I don't remember when I said that, but yeah, Sonic-y, Kurth, Micaiah, and Ike all have conversations with Laron. So, okay, I'm gonna quick do the math on Kurth that I didn't do before, because... Okay. Well, okay, your attack when you hit him on turn 2 will be 65. Kurth, when he's shifted... Okay, his defense will be 30, so he'll take 35 damage normally. Okay, and I would need to get that down. Well, okay, yeah, if I just have him on Wardwood, that would be enough. Okay. So I just need to place him on Wardwood, because that would get it down to 25 and 25, which would leave him alive. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this again. So, again, let's get our dragons into position. And I'm just going to play this basically the same way I did. I'm not, as I mentioned in the failed run, which you will not have seen, I'm not ever really all that efficient about how I take out these auras, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And then I found out that Jill can one-round this one with the Brave Axe if I don't use parity, so we're going to do that. And yeah, this is kind of cool, is that she hits twice, and then it takes effect, the Aurora skill. So, yeah, she got only hit once by it, and then I'm going to just canto her out of the way here. Actually, I'm going to bring her to the right side this time. Last time I brought Jill and Marcia over to the left, we're going to bring them to the right. And then we're going to go from here. I should have left Jill in support range of this, but this is okay. We'll just have Marcia throw the Wishblade at this one. Alright. Then Rolf. Yeah, the thing is your hit rate is so low there. Let's just take out this one with Rolf. And I think he's only doubling because of Nasir, right? Yeah. Okay, and then where can Laron get up to? So it's this space that's 2 away from the center aura. Oh, so Kurth can't quite get to him on this turn. But yeah, okay, I want Laron to stand here because he'll be surrounded by Wardwood, so it will make it easy for me to have Kurth talk to him on turn 2 and be standing on Wardwood. So, okay. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna... Let's do this, actually. Just for some additional insurance on Kurth, let's, go ahead and use that pure water as well. And then I'll have Gareth trade for it back. Okay, so then to Barn, let's have you go and attack this one. And you're getting help from Ina there. Okay, we'll get you out of the way. Let's have Ike step in here, and yeah, so he hits 25 times 2 if I do regular attack. The thing is, parity cancels out all the bonuses he gets, so he wouldn't get hit by the Aurora skill, but it cancels out his extra damage, and Oh, okay. Yeah, and the two blood tides are actually getting canceled out by the cover that this aurora or that this aura is on. But the main thing is that it would cancel out White Pool. So we're gonna just regular attack with Ike. Okay. And yeah, the ones on the corners here are on cover, and the ones in the center are on Wardwood. So that's important to keep in mind. Soren, can you maybe... Oh, wait a minute. Here. Okay, you don't double, but White Pool does increase your magic, so let's take you down to 10. And then I might be able to have either Sonicy or Ileana finish that one. Ileana can reach it. Yeah, let's see if she can do it. Nice. Alright, cool. So that one's down. So we took out 3 of them on turn 1, and we're going to take out a 4th here because that one's almost gone. So let's have Zehark. Well, and actually, do I want to just take that one out, or do I want to use a Londite to go after that one? Yeah, let's deal 30 damage to that one, and then Nolan will finish the damaged one. Oh, he missed. Okay, well, that's alright. Because, yeah, Nolan would ultimately do less than 30, but because Zehark missed, it actually worked against me, but it's okay. We'll just have Nolan take out this one. Okay, so we managed to take out half of them. This is actually better than I did on the failed run. Okay, and then... So you can get up to there. Sonicy... Okay, I can actually go ahead and show Sonicy's dialogue with him right now. So we're going to get Micaiah moving across. And I guess I might as well Matrona somebody. Who's in low biorhythm? Rolf is. Okay, we're going to get Rolf to max biorhythm here. And yeah, Matrona's such a weird staff because it's not that useful. It's SS and it gives so little experience. But anyway. And then, yeah, I'm not going to Ashura Staff this turn. I'm going to Fortify. It doesn't matter which one I do, really, but we're just going to bring him up, and then I'll show Sonicy's dialogue with him. And yeah, you can kind of tell by that tone you can read in her voice that she's already forgiven him. Okay, and then Raphael, I'm just gonna bring you here and put you on cover, and then we'll shift you. Then Peleus, I want to be on Wardwood. Let's put you here. You'll be kind of out of the way. And we will Fortify. That'll heal everybody. Okay. And then the reason I put Peleus on Wardwood and out of the way is that all these spirits are going to now go for him. Yeah, and he may end up actually surrounded here, and that's fine. Okay, I guess they're not going to surround him. I should have actually given him pass now that I think about it, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now this is her AoE physical, so it's going to hit everybody. Okay. And yeah, it does hit rather hard for those who are standing close and those with low defense, but we're going to be able to easily heal everybody. I'll use Fortify or the Ashura Staff at the beginning of the player phase to heal everybody, and then I'll use the other one at the end. Okay. And then, yeah, several of these people who are standing on heal stones or have renewal or imbue or equipping a staff are going to heal, and it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we gotta figure out both how we're taking out the rest of the auras and how we're gonna get everybody to talk to Sephron who needs to, or Laron. So first thing, this is cover. This is Wardwood. I don't really want to place Gareth all the way out there though. So is there? Because I want Gareth... Well, okay, you know what? If you're just on Wardwood, that'll be enough. We did that math, right? I'm just going to do it again real quick. The direct attack is 65 minus your defense, if you're not standing next to Kurth. Or your resistance, 18. So, 65, and then it'd be 28 with cover, so... Yeah, that would allow you to just survive if you're just on Wardwood. So I don't need to trade the Pure Water back. I just need to place Gareth on Wardwood. So let's place him... Let's actually place him there, directly next to Ashura. And I might as well attack one of these. He's got a low hit rate, but let's just do it. Oh, and again, this is the second time now. I forgot that I have the animations on for Gareth and Nasir. I'll turn those off in a second. Okay, and he missed, and that's fine. Whoop. Options. Animations map only. Okay. And then, yeah, this way we'll be able to kind of make use of this space once we take that one out. So actually... Let's go ahead and I'm going to fortify now. So I'm going to bring Peleus up to this Wardwood here. Actually, no. I'm going to keep him a little further away because the spirits are going to go for him, and I don't want them taking away all of the squares near Ashura. So we're going to bring him back here. And yeah, he can still reach everybody, so we'll just go ahead and fortify from there. Okay, and then we'll use the Ashura staff at the end of the turn. Okay, and now, with Zehark being here, I'm going to go ahead and attack with Alondite and make use of both Blood Tides here. Okay. And then that's down to 50. Tabarn doesn't quite do 25, right? No, and I can't really easily position him with a Blood Tide unless I put Ina, like, out here, and I don't really want to move her out there. Okay, what does Nolan do? Okay, let's actually get Nasir. Oh, Nasir can't really quite get around. He doesn't have pass like Ina does. Alright, let's put Nasir over here. And let's actually have him attack this one. He's got a low hit rate, but if he hits it, that'd be nice. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'll position Ina here. But let's take this one out first. So, Marcia, now can you use Nasir to double? Yeah, okay. And I'm saving Nolan's movement for right now. Okay, because now that Marcia's moved, and I'm actually going to cancel her here. Yeah, because Raphael can get to where Jill is, so we're going to set up a chant around here. So actually, can Rolf come here and get in the chant and hit this one? He doesn't kill it. Yeah, the problem is I kind of position them a little bit poorly. I I was thinking Rolf would take this one out. Well, okay, let's just hit it. It's fine. Again, I'm not ever very efficient at this. I don't plan these moves out well enough. But we're now going to have someone come here and take this out. We'll have Jill do it. And then I hope she can... Yeah, she can cancel just back into range. Perfect. Okay. And then let's bring Ina through. Okay, why not? Okay, and yeah, 42 times 2. Not quite enough. Yeah, same as Tabarn, though. Nolan and Tabarn, same strength. Okay, let's use Tabarn first. Okay, and then we'll get him here. And then Raphael can go ahead and chant, and he'll be on Wardwood as well, so that'll help him even more against Asher's direct attack, but I don't think she'll go for him. She will probably now go for Gareth because I didn't use the pure water. Okay, and then, who wants to take this one out, and then who wants to go after that one? Rolf, if you're here... 41 times 2 with a 90 hit rate. You almost killed that one outright. Yeah, let's save that move. So let's have Jill take this one out again, like she did the last one. And I should be able... I think I might be able to take out all of these here. We'll see. Let's get Jill here. Okay, and then we're going to use Rolf here. Please hit both of these, Rolf. That'd be very nice. Nice. Alright. Okay, and then even though I'm going to be taking them all out, I'm not going to actually engage Ashra until turn 3. So let's have Tabarn go do this. Alright. Kanto out of the way. Let's have Marcia come here, where you can make use of Blood Tide. Okay. And then... Okay. We've got 29 damage on cover, and then 8 on Wardwood, so... Okay. Let's see if... Yeah, you don't quite take that one out. I could have Sonicy do it too, and actually Kurth. Yeah, you know what? This is Wardwood. We can talk to Laron, and then I'll just have you attack, and we'll see if you can hit. So yeah, we find out that Laron actually met Kurth as an infant. That's interesting. Okay, and then we've got to show the Ike and Micaiah conversations with him too. So let's actually just have... we'll just have Ike take out that one, that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Laron. Okay, and we'll just take out this one. And actually parity gives him better hit rate. Really? Okay, well, I can still take him out with all my mages, so let's have Soren finish that one. Come on, Soren. Do you have a better hit rate against this one? No. Alright, Soren better take this one out. I've still got Nolan over there to move as well. I forgot about him. Really? Okay. Okay, because I need 2 people to take out that one. Nobody can one-shot it. So, who has the highest hit rates? Nolan, 82. It's going to be the same against both of them. Ileana, 87. Sonic-y, also 87. So, let's have my 87s go for this one and have Nolan take out the other. So we'll bring Nolan around first. Alright, took care of that one. And now Sonic and Ileana can tag team the other one if they can both hit. No up for Nolan. Let's bring Ileana here. Oh, 97 here. Oh, because of Blood Tide. Nice. Is that why? Yeah, I guess the skill boost. Okay. So, alright, and then Sonic-y better finish it. Oh, 100 hit rate? What does Night Tide do? Whoops. Defense and resistance, yeah. So how do you suddenly have 100 hit rate? I don't know, because you had 87 a moment ago. Is it... No, 100 there. Whoops. Oh, I bet it's Tabarn's support that's doing it. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay. So now the aura's taken care of, as Micaiah says. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and have Micaiah go and talk to Laron. Okay, and then, yeah, the whole point of this is we're going to actually trade Rexora and Belbereth over to Laron. Might as well hand him a physics staff as well. And then have Micaiah use the Ashura staff to heal everybody. Because, yeah, Laron, if you trade him a blessed weapon, can actually fight Ashura, and we're going to show that. In fact, I might as well show it right now. So one thing to note is that his strength is only 11, so he does actually get weighed down by these tomes. Belbereth actually weighs him down enough that he doesn't double Ashura. Oh, actually he does. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't think he doubled. I thought he needed Nasir to double. Okay. Well, I might as well show that attack and that dialogue now. Actually, oh, that has a perfect hit rate, though. Okay, well, anyway. I've now had everybody converse with him that needed to, and we're just going to go ahead and do this. Oh, there isn't a special boss dialogue, I guess. For some reason, I thought there was. But yeah, I'm not really ready to start fighting Ashura yet, but obviously we're just going to show Laron fighting her with Belbereth. Okay, and now let's see if I got anybody killed by this magical snipe. Well, first we gotta wait for all these spirits to go after Peleus. Oh yeah, and as I think I mentioned earlier, you saw in that fight there, Ashra did not counterattack Laron. She won't fight him or Micaiah. Okay, and good. She went for Gareth, who is on Wardwood. Yep, and it's not quite enough to kill him. Okay, so I survived turn 2, and now I should be able to finish the battle here. So, the key thing here, once you get all the auras down, is Ike has to land the final blow. Yeah. So we need to just bring her down into kill range for Ike. So with no help, Ike... can do... yeah. He can do 20 with a good hit rate. So I'd like to get her under 20, or at least down to 20, with my other units here, so that Ike can finish with one shot. That way, if he does miss, he gets a second chance. So, I don't think I need to bother repositioning people that much. You know, actually, does Kurth get killed by this? Oh, he does. Oh, I could have him on Wardwood, though. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I found out that Kurth has a unique dialogue with Ashra earlier when I got him killed. I'm going to see if it'll show again here. Oh, apparently not. So, you know what? I will cut in that unique dialogue from the Ashra snipe attack, and I'll show it here after this fight with Kurth. So you'll get to see how I got Kurth killed in the failed run. I'll see you in a second after that. Yeah, the annoying thing is that they kind of blocked off Raphael, actually. Okay, you went for Kurth. Okay, I hope you don't kill Kurth. Dang it. Ah, crap. Okay, welcome back to the second attempt. Now, let's see if we can finish Asher off. So, let's have Marcia go here. Sure. Let's do this. Alright. Okay, and then... yeah, you know, Nolan, you got kind of the, well, you got the Deginsia kill. Let's have Zehark. Let's make some use of him, because, yeah, he is my favorite character, ultimately. Alright. Almost done. Okay, so she's down to 40, so I could go and fight now, but I want to do 20 more damage. Rolf, from here, will probably... yeah, you would obliterate her. If you kill Ashra with someone other than Ike, she will heal herself. On easy, she just comes back with 10 HP, and then on other modes, she goes all the way to full health, so I don't want to do that. If I bring Rolf here... yeah, there we go. You don't double, and you don't kill. Okay. And then, yep, Ike should now be able to end this. And again, I'll use parity for the hit rate. And if it triggers a cutscene here, it means that he didn't double miss. If he does somehow double miss an 89, I've got Raphael there to give him another shot. So let's go ahead and end the map, end the game. Yep, cutscene, so we beat it.
We have to put an end to this. Take all the power I have.
Thank you. I'll use it well.
Yeah, he's definitely been studying with Nico on how to do cool flips and stuff. Or the other possibility is that, like, maybe it's just Makaya's powers, like, specifically make you do cool flips and stuff.
What of you? Are you leaving?
I am. But I believe it's for the best. This world does not need gods. We have always failed you. We've made you weak. That's why we must go.
You don't have to leave.
Huh?
It's true. We don't have much use for gods. But well, you show us what we should aspire to. We need inspiration. You give us a reason to grow, to become more than we are. And if we don't have that, Yune, we're nothing more than statues.
Can you forgive me for the pain I've caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us. How could we not? We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
You're right. I will try. One more time.
A bird? Yune the bird. Sorry, I know I've made that same reference twice before, but in any case. I wonder if that was the Lagoose that Ike stroked on the face. Wonder if he wakes up and he's like, you guys aren't gonna believe me. Ike pet my face. Or like, wait, Ike pet your face? Well then in that case, I don't want to fight you. So that was Cien, this is Melior, this is just somewhere in, I don't know where. That's Gallia Castle. There you see a bunch of the Lagoos. I think that was still implied to be Gallia, and that's Goldoa. And those are the Goldoa elders who are super old, older than Degentia, and presumably they were actually turned to stone. Anyway. Okay, so now we hit the save screen. And I'll go ahead and save. It's going to go through the credits here. I don't remember what order it does this in, but anyway, we've got the whole epilogue and everything to go through. I'm pretty sure the last thing is the records. Okay, so it's going to do the character epilogues first. Okay, so now we get the epilogues for each character, and yeah, annoyingly you can't speed up the text speed here. But yeah, I'll talk about each one here. So yeah, Micaiah becomes Queen of Dane, and if they have an A support, they get married here. Like, Soth's epilogue says, becoming a pillar of strength as well as Queen Micaiah's husband. But here, they don't, and that's good, because I'm anti-grooming. So yep, it kind of goes one group of characters at a time, so it goes through the Dawn Brigade first. I'm just imagining Edward as Professor Farnsworth. Good news, everyone! Yep, and Leonardo rebuilds the army. Yeah, what proven skills, though? You didn't even... I think, you might have reached level 10, but, I mean, come on. And I like that ending for Nolan. He just kind of becomes a wandering hero. Yep, and that makes sense for Laura, and I don't know why Laura and Aaron don't have a paired ending. They really should. But they don't. And yes, of course, Ileana is hungry. Is honest if clumsy work? I feel like that's doing Aaron a little dirty there. And yeah, Tyronio. So, the only one of the original 4 riders who's still alive. And, in fact, none of Ashnard's 4 riders are alive either now, because we killed the Black Knight. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Renning's alive. Bertram. But, yeah, Zehark, I like his ending. He basically just goes back to what he was doing before Path of Radiance. Yep, and Jill's ending is nice as well, and Jill and Har do have a paired ending as well. They get married if they were at an A support. And yeah, I like that Har, who's one of the most broken units in the game, and yeah, probably on everybody's first playthrough they lean heavily on Har, but nope, he never fights again. He just goes back to being a delivery guy. And yep, Fiona, you had like no character. Okay, but now this is... So there are a few things here that are part of the Soren epilogue, is what I'll call it. This is the first thing. So yeah, more on that in a couple minutes. And actually, I don't think that's part of the Soren epilogue at all. I think that happens on a second playthrough, just as long as Peleus is alive. So yeah, Peleus gives up his throne to Micaiah, but he still sticks around and helps people. Yep, and Nyla returns home to bring her people back to Tellius, apparently. That's interesting. Okay, and then Raphael. Don't have much to say on Volig, but yeah, Raphael. Right, and we never actually see King Lariza on screen, who's Raphael, Racing, and Leanne's father. But, yep, now we get a little cutscene with Kanagus here. Yep, so it sounds like they're gonna create the Olympics, basically. Which, it's funny, because I just, not that long ago, a few months ago, I reread the Inheritance Cycle, the Aragon books, and it's just kind of funny, because, like, Aragon landed on the same idea in the final book of, like, create a lasting peace by creating the Olympics. So yeah, Kanagus immediately gives up his throne to Skrimir. I like Gifka's epilogue too. He died proud of how he spent his life. Yep, and I think that after his development throughout the game, Skrimir will make a good king. He wouldn't have at the start. And Ranulf, by the way, does actually have a paired ending with Ike, where this is different if he and Ike finish at an A support. He leaves Gallia, I think, and goes to basically follow Ike, but Ike and Soren also have a paired ending, so you can't view both of them. Yeah, and I kind of like Mordecai's ending too. He just goes off and lives peacefully in the forest, and that's kind of what his backstory was that was kind of how he lived before the events of Path of Radiance, or, well, for the early part of his life, and that's why his speech was so weird. Yep, and then Lyre and Kai'Sa, characters who got, like, basically no development, and I don't care about, and I never deployed them. Except for Lyre got a couple of kills, I think. One or two as an NPC in that one chapter. Okay, now cutscene for Soniki. Yep. And we kind of revealed this with Micaiah and Laurent's conversation that, yeah, she is his descendant. So yes, Micaiah and Soniki are sisters, so when Lacane revealed that Soniki had an older sister and said that she had been killed, well, in fact, it wasn't that she had been killed, she just kind of disappeared, and she was hidden away, and that was Micaiah, and she ended up getting raised in Dane and lived most of her life there. And yet, Soniki elected to guide her people in a world without the goddess. Yeah, that's interesting, because she was a religious leader before that. By the way, I do love this too, Sigrun and Tanith's ending. Sigrun was loved by her subordinates in the Holy Guard for her kindness and guarded Soniki all her life. Tanith was feared by her subordinates in the Holy Guard for her strictness and guarded Soniki all her life. I love how they did that. So, Tormod gets an official position in the Begnion government. That's cool. Desert's Water is a cool title. And by the way, I didn't comment on it earlier, but Nyla's title is Mistress of the Evil Eye, if you missed that. That's a cool one. So yeah, Muram also gets a position in the Begnion government as the first ever Laguz official, which I don't think can be the case because back in the early days of Begnion, it was a mixed race country, and I mean, Laran, for one, served in Begnion, so... But in modern Begnion, anyway. And Vika, her ending makes sense. She didn't get very much character development. Oliver, I don't know why he appears here, but I kind of almost regret recruiting Oliver. It would have probably been better to kill him. Anyway, yep. Stefan forms a country of the branded, it implies, essentially. Alright, and then, to Barn. Okay. So, Soniki is giving the forest back to the bird tribes. That is a thorny problem. So, Tabarn becomes king of the unified bird clans. I would love to know how that whole meeting went down. Like, it's really glossed over. And, like, obviously Tabarn is the one who would be the leader, but, like, the idea that, yep, we're all just gonna move to Serenus Forest and settle down there. That's gotta be a mess. But yeah, it's easy for him to become the king because Nasala here steps down once he's free of the Blood Pact. And I like that line. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. Yep, and of course Janeth and Olki are going to continue to serve Tabarn. Okay, and Leanne, so we see her ending here, she and Nasala do have a paired ending. It requires that you bring them both to Endgame to get them all the way up to an A support. But yes, they do get married. They have children, a raven boy and a heron girl, I think. But yeah, they do get a paired ending if you do that. So really the only reason to bring Leanne to Endgame as your heron is to get that ending. Okay. Again, I don't really know why Volk gets inserted here, but okay. Alright, and Kurth. And yeah, his title is Young Dragon Prince, but he became the king. Shouldn't it be Young Dragon King? Also, he's not young. He's, like, older than all the other playable characters put together. Well, not really, because he's younger than, actually, Nasir and Laran, and... you know what I mean. Yeah, so Ina, as it turns out, has been pregnant this whole time. Since before Path of Radiance. So apparently, dragons' pregnancies last a long time. Yes, and his great-grandchild being Ina and Rajayan's child. Alright, and now Alencia. And now we get all the Crimean characters. And Alencia and Joffrey do have a paired ending. I believe Joffrey is coming up pretty shortly here. But yeah, they have a paired ending as well. They get married if they have an A support. But again, you have to actually bring both of them to Endgame in order to get them up to an A. Because they only have, prior to Endgame, the one opportunity to fight together in the last chapter before Endgame. And yeah, it's interesting to think about Renning, because he, as I pointed out when we recruited him before Rebirth there, he actually could claim either Alencia or Joffrey's position if he wanted, but he chose not to. Their love was fabled to be stronger than even most blood sisters. Oh, okay. Huh. Alright, thought that was going in a different direction there. Yep. Crimea's Keystone. And of course, Kieran, he's never gonna leave the Royal Knights. Yep. Marcia, of course, stayed on with the Royal Knights as well. I'm glad we managed to make use of Marcia. I've never really trained her and brought her to Endgame before, and she did get pretty RNG screwed, but, you know, it worked out in the end. She was able to help, even in the final battle. She did some good damage to Ashura. Yeah, how was Makalov never fired? And yeah, these two have a paired ending as well, Makalov and Astrid. I intentionally don't support them because I don't like what this game did to Astrid's character. Oh, so Nephany lived with her family in Melior. Interesting. So she moved to the big city. And Brahm, on the other hand, did go back to Ulma. And that's good. That's that's a happy ending for Braum, never lifting a weapon again. Yep, and then Meg gets tossed in here because she wasn't with the Dane characters earlier. And yeah, weirdly, I thought it would be kind of interesting for Meg and Zehark to have a paired ending, because, like, you know, there's the whole thing about she went to go find Zehark and essentially bring him home to marry him. It would be interesting to have that option, but nope. Yeah, somehow she always had money. Yeah, I like Heather. She's one of the, as I mentioned when we first got her, one of the most useful characters that I didn't bring to Endgame in this playthrough. It's really Heather and Har are the two. And I love that for Danvid as well. Becomes a traveling performer. And that's sort of, you know, love of performing and making people laugh is alluded to in his supports in Path of Radiance, so I like that ending for him. Yep, and mild-mannered Khalil, of course, her bright smile cheered many hearts. We'll miss you, mild-mannered Khalil, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well. Sweet, gentle Khalil. Anyway, yep, Titania, once a year she visits the graves of her fallen friends, and yeah, of course, it's kind of revealed in Path of Radiance, if you support Ike and Titania far enough, that she was very much in love with Grail, and so probably took her some time to grieve for him, even beyond the end of that game. Yep. Jack of all trades, master of none. That is a very appropriate ending for Shinin. And yeah, Gatry, fate led him to find many women, but never true love. Again, on the panel of it would be interesting to have done this. What if they had made, like, Gatry and Lyre have a paired ending? Because of that one base conversation. Like, that would be funny. But they didn't. So Oscar goes back to the Royal Knights. That's cool. Yep, and then, excuse me, Mist humored her husband's insecurities. So yeah, Mist and Boyd obviously have a paired ending. And we got them to an A support because we wanted that spirit dust, and we left them in an A support because, I don't know, I like that ending. Plus, if you don't have Mist and Boyd on an A support, Mist's ending is just like, she dies alone. And the only change in Boyd's ending is instead of Mist humored her husband's insecurities, it says, just like he never did, as in he never did lose his spot to some stupid rookie. And yeah, I kind of skipped over a few characters' endings there, but it's fine, you can read them as they come up. I don't have a whole lot to comment on them anyway. And yeah, you never find out who Mia's white-clad arch-rival is. So yep. So yeah, Mist and Boyd get married, and then Soren. So yeah, that's the reveal with Soren, is that he is actually Almeida and Ashnard's child. So, yep, that in partnership with the conversation between Ike and Soren that I told you to go watch, yeah, you learn a lot about Soren right at the end. And yeah, this, of course, is their A support ending, Soren going with him. And Ike just leaves, never to be seen again. But then we have Laran. So he was healed by the Songs of the Herons. Interesting. And it's a Shunara. Okay, and now we're on to the credits, and the music playing in the background here. Yeah, this is Ashunara and Laran. So I'm gonna just let this one play, and then when this song ends, I'll start talking again. So, yeah, as the credits kind of continue on here, I'll just kind of talk over it. And again, I would skip the credits if I could and just go right to the records, but that's fine. So, yeah, I guess, I don't know, my overall thoughts on the game, I mean, you kind of already know this at this point. I love the game. It's one of my favorites I've ever played, and that's the whole reason I made this. So, yeah, it's good. I mean, there are definitely things I would change about it. Um, there were a few battles, of course, that I don't like, and I've been thinking about this. I might at some point actually do a video ranking all of them and just tack it onto the end of this playlist. I'm not gonna do that like tomorrow or anything, but I had that idea a while back when I mentioned that one of the battles might be my least favorite. I have thought about it, and that particular battle, which was 312, is not my least favorite battle, but it's down there. It's near the bottom of the list. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I really enjoyed making this series. It's been a lot of fun to play the game again and just kind of share some of my own strategies for how to approach different chapters and things like that. And yeah, like I never expected to have weird things like Micaiah hoarding all the beds become an inside joke, or like, you know, Nico doing all the cool flips and stuff be a running joke throughout the series. Like that was fun. I'll never look at those things the same way again. And of course, mild-mannered Khalil. But yeah, yeah, it was fun to make. And you know, one other thing I did want to comment on is that you know, you probably noticed at a certain point in the game, I kind of stopped practice running chapters. I don't think, like, I didn't practice run any of the chapters in Part 4. And then towards the end of Part 3, I really wasn't either. And the thing is, like, those chapters are challenging, but I do think that the one thing about this game is that some of the later battles, there's really not all that much in terms of like having an interesting strategy or an interesting approach to it. Like Part 4 in particular, like you basically have all those straight route chapters where there really is only one path to beating it. That's one criticism I have of the end portion of the game, but ultimately I still enjoy playing those battles anyway. So, now we're at the end of the credits, and this is going to take us to the records in a moment. Okay, so now here are the records for each chapter. And yeah, some of these are going to stand out, like Part 1 Endgame. How long did I spend on that? It was an awful long time. Okay, actually just under 2 hours, so not that bad. I've definitely spent well over 3 on that in the past. Yeah, none of these are really standing out too much. I feel like I managed to keep them all around, you know, similar length. Once we get into part 4, yeah, some of these end up getting pretty long. But, yeah, then, like, the actual Rebirth chapters, though, are all under an hour. So, yeah, it's interesting that way. And that's only counting the time you were in battle, not at the base and stuff. Okay. So, unit records. Laura never got any kills. Renning never deployed. The Herons, of course. Bastion didn't get any kills. Meg didn't get any kills. Nasir, Stefan, Gifka, Gareth, Kaiza, Kanegas never deployed. Oliver, Laron. Okay, then Liar 1. So I guess that kill as an NPC does count. Vika got 1, Fiona, Ina, Mist got 2, Tanith 2, Astrid 2, Kurth 2. And yeah, it starts to get a little bit interesting then when we get into, like, this range of, like, okay, Sigrun had 5 kills. She was forced to so many chapters and she only got 5 kills. Fewer than Janif, who I think I deployed once. And it was actually the battle he was recruited in. Like, yeah, Nasala got 11 in his 2 chapters, the same as Ranulf, who was forced for all those chapters. It's kind of funny how that happens sometimes. But yeah, the really interesting thing... Oh, Heather with 22. The really interesting thing is who's going to sneak into the top 5. Is anybody going to get into the top 5 that I didn't bring to Endgame? Because, like, now we're getting some of my Endgame characters, like Soniki and Peleus. There's Soth, Micaiah. Tabarn somehow had more than Micaiah. Har got 91. Okay, I don't think anybody snuck in there who I didn't bring to Endgame. And then Jill was in 6th place with 101. So, okay, Mia is 5th with 105. Okay, that makes sense. I think Rolf has got to be in this top 5, right? I don't think I saw him. Yep, there he is. 108. Okay, and that's good. That makes sense. I spent a lot of time training those two, so it makes sense that they racked up kills. Then we get Zehark. And then is Ike... I think Ike is going to end up number 1, isn't he? But between Soren, Ike, and Nolan, who didn't end up in the top 5? I guess I didn't see. Okay, Soren. So either Ike or Nolan is number 1. I didn't see who was outside the top 5. It's Ike, okay. So I will put on screen now, because I'll check in the edit, what place Nolan actually got and how many kills that was. But yeah, Ike with 130, and a lot of that coming in that final chapter he had before Endgame, in Oliver's mansion, where we just where we just fed him a lot of kills. That's how Ike and Soren are 1 and 2, is that we fed them both so many kills in that particular chapter. Alright, but yeah, now this is what happens when you beat the game. You can save clear data, and then, as I mentioned way back when I started this, to start on a subsequent playthrough, you go and start on the clear data. Alright, and that is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Thank you so much for watching One Brain Ops, for watching this whole series if you made it through the entire thing. Yeah, this was fun to do. As the intro movie's playing again in the background, I'm just going to mention a couple things real quick here. Like I said, I alluded to this earlier, but in case you skipped over the credits, I might put out a video at the end of this playlist ranking the battles at some point. I might do even like a character tier list type thing. I was thinking about that too. Just to, just to do it, just because it's fun and I like that sort of thing. But, yeah, that's the end of the series. And the other thing I'll mention is that the next project that I have in front of me for One Brain Ops is, right now, as I record this, it's January 10th. Back on New Year's Day of 2025, just over a week ago, we got together, myself with Carl, Aiden, Livy, and Daniel, and we played some more X of These People Are Lying. It was 3 of These People Are Lying, and then Aiden left, so it was 2 of These People Are Lying. So my next project is I'm going to be putting those together. So if you watched the first season of of that on One Brain Ops, the second one will be coming soon. I haven't started editing that yet, but that will be coming, and that's the next project I'm going to be doing. So thank you for watching. I will see you when I see you. Oh yeah, and I let the video play out a little bit there just so we could see Ike do that cool flip. Okay, now I'm gonna end the video.